morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to beautiful Pawtucket, Rhode Island. How about that surprise to kick off our morning, huh, folks? I'd like to recognize everyone's favorite Harbor Steel Chip and also our supporters from Defiance 1636 for that amazing surprise this morning. Governor McKee, Mayor Grebian, Secretary of Commerce Tanner, dedicated Rhode Island FC fans, and partners, thank you for joining us today to celebrate the final piece of structural steel being raised at the stadium at Tidewater Landing. My name is Joshua Flanagan, a proud born and raised Pawtucket resident, and as my RAFC fans know me, Flanny. And as the voice of RAFC, I am more than honored and thankful to be your MC for today's topping off celebration. I am now pleased to introduce Paul Byrne, General Manager at the stadium at Tidewater Landing, to kick off our speaking program.
Hello everyone, welcome to the stadium at Tidewater Landing. Things are really starting to take shape. Stadiums, at their core, are gathering places. They bring communities together around a shared experience. These stadiums become a part of community, and the teams they host become a reflection of the community's culture and values. The stadium at Tidewater Landing will be no different. This gathering spaces promises to bring families together around the sport, but I want to make clear, while Rhode Island FC is going to be front and center, this stadium is going to be a communal gathering, space for all kinds of events, concerts, festivals, college football, professional lacrosse, high school, elementary school, and the like. Fortuitous Partners has invested more private capital into this development than any other private development in Rhode Island. They've pledged to ensure that their investment and the state's investment provides Rhode Islanders with a world-class entertainment experience. The match day experience here is going to be one of the most fan-friendly experiences in professional sports in this country. As we get closer and closer to opening the stadium next spring, our team will make announcements about various amenities, partnerships that will enhance the experience. Whether you come here for a Rhode Island FC match, a concert, or an outdoor farmer's market. Congratulations to everyone who has gotten to this milestone, and thank you for all your ongoing support. I'm looking forward to being back here next spring for the official ribbon cutting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Paul. Now please join me in welcoming Dan Krober, Managing Partner at Fortuitous Partners and Rhode Island FC Executive Board Member.
This is an incredible day. It's a huge milestone today, not just for the stadium, but for the broader development and broader transformation that's underway here in the city of Pawtucket. This project's been a labor of love, and we all know that. But it's only been made possible because of the great partnerships we built with the city of Pawtucket, with the state of Rhode Island, and the unions, Dimeo, and so many other partners in this project. Thank you specifically, Governor McKee, Secretary Tanner, Mayor Grebian, and all of your dedicated people on your teams that stood tall with us, that have shared a vision with us for a vibrant Pawtucket. There are very few things that would have kept my partner Brett Johnson away today, but family comes first. Brett's daughter graduated yesterday, so he's back in LA. He wishes he could be here, but he sends his regards and excitement for what's ahead. We are so proud of this project, and we're so proud of doing this project in the state of Rhode Island. The stadium's only the beginning of our work at Tidewater. It's the anchor of a broader project that will include desperately needed housing and retail here in the city and state. And it's important to call out how significant the project is in terms of private investment. Fortuitous Partners and our dedicated investors have already invested tens of millions of dollars here in the state, here in the city, for this stadium. And we're going to invest tens of millions of dollars more as we proceed forward with the broader project. All told, this development is the single largest private development investment in Rhode Island since the Industrial Revolution. when it's complete, this stadium and the broader development will transform Pawtucket and make it a destination not just for Rhode Islanders, but for people and families and businesses across New England. It really amazes me each day as I come out to this site. I spent a lot of time here, and it's amazing how far we've come just in the last few months. I know some of you have been here a few months ago for a visit, but the progress here is tremendous every single day. And we cannot wait to open our doors next spring for our first Rhode Island Football Club game here in Pawtucket, in the city of Pawtucket next year. And I'm thankful to all our partners, all our supporters, the players who came out today to support us. They could have taken today off, but thank you guys for coming out. It means a lot to us. And here's to a fantastic day, and thank you all for your support.
Thank you, Dan. We are pleased to have Governor Dan McKee with us today. Now, please join me in welcoming Governor McKee to the podium.
All right. It is great to be here in Pawtucket today, and doing a topping off, first a little salute to all the workers that are here, all the labor that's here. I think that one of the very simple strategies that we have in the state, and I think that it's working, is build projects, and put people to good work at good paying jobs, and then have those projects pay dividends for decades to come. And that's exactly what's happening here. Just like Tidewater represents one of the largest and most significant private investments in our state's history. It isn't just about the Rhode Island Football Club or even Pawtucket. As I've said many times around the state of Rhode Island, this is about our state. This is about the state of Rhode Island. I want to thank Fortuitous Partners and the Rhode Island Football Club for inviting us here today to see the progress that we're seeing and surrounding it. This is magnificent. You can just kind of picture what this is going to mean when 10,000 people are in the stands and you see across the river, which we'll build that bridge, by the way. I said we're going to build the bridge, we're going to build that bridge. And it's going to connect. And it's going to connect us to housing that's going to continue to do what I said we would do when I cast the vote. And I want to thank the Commerce Board as well. But we needed support from the Commerce Board. We got support from the Commerce Board. And we're going to continue to have that support. And Secretary Chan is here as well, who's kind of leading the charge there. So Secretary, thank you for that. But I can tell you we're not here without Mayor Grebian. Don Grebian is mayor. Thank you, Don. As Treasurer Deosa knows, once a mayor, always a mayor. And we know what happens. Good things happen right on the ground in communities, and they need local leadership to make that happen. So the mayor, along with the council members that are here today, thank you very much for your leadership. As I look around, you can start to see it taking shape. A vision for soccer coming to life right here in Rhode Island. And there's a buzz around this team. More buzz than I think any of us would have anticipated. I attended that first game at Bryant University a few months back, right on the heels of St. Patrick's Day, and what an event to have the bands there and the people in the parking lot tailgating, and then thousands of people watching the first game, in the history of professional soccer here in the state of Rhode Island. That was a great event, and I met people there. From out of state, from Providence, East Providence, Blackstone Valley, Cranston, communities all around the state of Rhode Island who are going to come to really enjoy and realize the significance of this investment here. I want to, thank the great leadership of Coach Smith. I want to tell you, You're 9 goals away from being first place in this league. 9 goals away from being in first place in this league. That means that we are competitive from day one. And then when we flip the ties into the win column, I'm telling you right now, there's going to be even more celebration around this issue. Right? Asian soccer player, 9 goals. Want to come out of retirement? 1 goal a game. That's all we need. To have a final steel beam here today, with the partnerships that we're talking about. Not only, as I said, from our union labor, from Dimeo Construction, from our commerce, from our local leadership, from our business community, and then a buy-in from people who are out of the state that are investing in this club. This is what we need. We need to make sure that we're very proud of what happens in Rhode Island, and we want other people to know that. And I would expect that when the World Cup comes, this place is going to be humming. Right, Dan? This place is going to be shining, and it's going to put us in a position where we're going to continue to move Rhode Island in that spot where we are, showing how good we are, right, and how important the people in the state of Rhode Island are to invest in. So thank you so much for being here. I really look forward to, seeing the first game. I've invited some of our friends and some of our naysayers to the first game because they didn't think this was going to happen. But it is going to happen, right? It is going to happen. So, finally, before we started the project here, I was very clear that I'm not going to be a governor that turns his back on the city of Pawtucket. And I'm not going to be the governor that turns his back on Blackstone Valley. I'm even considering having the independent man when he gets back up on the top of the roof to face this way. I don't think that's going to happen, but I've asked for that to happen in its own way. Look, the stadium is poised to really revitalize the city. The Commerce Board just approved helping bring in another 150 units into Pawtucket that's very close to the train station with an 80-20 split. We want to raise incomes throughout the state, raise incomes in the state of Rhode Island. The way you do it is making investments like this, building housing. I'm all into home ownership. I hope that there's going to be a bond on the ballot in November based on, I think they got passed, the new budget, to put housing. Let's put some more housing here in Pawtucket, but let's make it home ownership. That's how you build equity. That's how you build wealth. So I want to thank you. Celebrating each milestone, invite me. I got my jersey on. And I'm looking forward to signing the beam with Mayor Grevian. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Governor McKee. We're just going to take a quick brief pause for our speaking program just to ensure that all of our media members can set up their coverage and provide this coverage to all of the amazing folks who couldn't be with us today. So just a brief pause and we'll be right back into our speaking program. Thank you. public can please be seated, we are going to resume our speaking program. Thank you. I'd like to again thank Governor Dan McKee, and also thank you for your patience. As you know, soccer doesn't have any timeouts, but there is a halftime. So thank you for observing our halftime here this morning. Please join me now in welcoming the Rhode Island Secretary of Commerce, Liz Tanner, to the podium.
Where's Chip? I want to get Chip. Oh, we'll have to get him back up here. Thank you so much, Josh. Good morning, everyone. What a great crowd to celebrate what is truly a momentous milestone. I'm really, really excited to be here today. First, I want to thank Fortuitous Partners and Rhode Island Football Club for hosting us. Special thanks, of course, to Dan Krober. I told him I missed him because I don't get to talk to him as much anymore. And, of course, Brett Johnson for their continued commitment to this success. I also want to acknowledge Senator Cano and Treasurer Diosa. But I also really want to acknowledge the two biggest supporters of this project, and that's Mayor Grebbing and Governor McKee. So I want to give a round of applause for them. So today's another major milestone for a great economic development project in Rhode Island. And if you think about it, just 2 years ago, this piece of property was a brownfield. And so now take a look. It's been incredible to watch the transformation right before our eyes. And so this project, led by Governor McKee, puts Rhode Islanders to work and will continue to do so once it's complete. And so that's more economic activity and lots more jobs. Not to mention providing a world-class home for Pawtucket's hometown team. So many of us have many memories of being here in Pawtucket to root on our hometown team. And so that's why this stadium is a really important opportunity to create new memories for thousands of people and your families, not just in Rhode Island, but in the entire region. And so it's been a real team effort to get here today, and I look forward to celebrating the next milestone and watching the team's first game from the stands. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Secretary Tanner. Now please join me in welcoming Pawtucket Mayor Don Grebbing.
Good morning, everybody. It's great to be here. You're here to talk about a milestone, and this is a true milestone. There are a lot of people I want to recognize, and I'll recognize them in a minute, but I truly want to thank the governor. And as he said, he never turned his back on Pawtucket. We had some trying times, but his mission and his commitment to Pawtucket and to economic development never wavered. So thank you, Governor, for your leadership. I want to thank the Commerce Secretary, representing the board, the Commerce Board, who had some tough decisions to make and some trying meetings and a lot of late-hour meetings and time commitments, but we were able to get this done, and we see the fruits of everybody's labor. I'd also want to thank the City of Pawtucket's team. I'm not going to recognize everybody because I will forget their names, but from the Commerce team, the planning team, to our consultants, to the attorneys, to the folks in my office, thank you for all you've done all you did to get this done. We talk about partnerships, we talk about collaboration, and there were a lot of folks that were involved in this. Some of I may forget, and I apologize if I do. But I want to recognize, I think there are 4 councilors here: Council President Mercer, Councilor Wildenhain, Councilor Stakoviak-Martins, and Councilor Jasenia Rubio. We forget sometimes. They're in the front lines as well, taking the good with the bad. When I say that, you hear the good comments and the bad comments. So I want to thank you, the members of the PRA. I've seen John Baxter here for what you've done. Please give them a round of applause because they're truly in this together. I want to recognize Treasurer Diosa and his significant other, but better half, Senator Cano, who is an advocate because she's passionate about Pawtucket. She wears the hat, her hat in the Senate, but she also is our Commerce Director, and she worked in collaboration with all of the Commerce team. So thank you for all that you've done and your leadership. I want to recognize a couple other people, but Bob Billington. We talk about partnership, we talk about Dimeo, we talk about the union, the laborers, led by Mike Sabatoni. We talk about Centerville, and Paula Fernandez is here, their partnership. I saw the Pawtucket Foundation, represented by Jeremy Duffy, who's the chair, and then while his partner in the brewery, Devin Kelly, is here. Devin does all the work, and we'll be at the brewery or later, so give Devin all that credit because they truly are a great team. And to everybody else, every single person here, whether you're involved in the project, here supporting soccer, here supporting Pawtucket, here supporting the openness of the riverfront, thank you as we try to move our city forward in these challenging times. But there are great things happening under the great leadership that you've heard here. Over the last 2 centuries, Pawtucket's talked about its waterfront and how we access our waterfront and try to open it up for our residents. This is a commitment that we're doing this. We're finally getting that done. We will have bike paths, we'll have walking, so it's going to be that amenity. And the Tidewater facility here is going to be second to none. It's going to be a premier gateway, a destination of Rhode Island, and a destination of Pawtucket. You've heard about the housing units to come. This is Pawtucket on the move. So I cannot tell you how excited I am of all the partnerships and everything we do together. I personally want to thank Brett, who couldn't be here. He did call me and apologize. I said, just reschedule it so you can be here. He said, no, listen. And I said, I'll sneak in, do the overnight or the red eye. And he's like, my family will kill me. My priority is my family. Then it comes to business. So I want to recognize Brett and Dan and all the partnerships. Dan, you put us through a lot of challenges and a lot of tough nights, but we truly, truly appreciate you and the team. So thank you. Give them a round of applause. And I say that tongue in cheek because when others could have walked away because of the pressure and because of the, the screening and stuff, you didn't. So thank you. Coach Kano, we are expecting you to be at #1 by the end of the season, just saying, so we're going to put more pressure. But thank you for you and your team and all that pride that you bring to us. To the general manager, Paul Bryant, thank you for managing the stadium and all of the projects. And last but not certainly, I want to recognize the men and women who are here that are doing all the work, right? We sit here and get the accolades, but the men and women who have run the wire, put the steel up. I used to do manual labor. I don't do that much more any longer, but I forgot how important that is, and I don't want you to think how important that we have forgotten how important that is. So thank you. It's an exciting day for the Pawtucket, exciting day for the state, so I appreciate everybody.
Thank you, Mayor Grevian. Now please join me in welcoming the man leading our inaugural team, Rhode Island FC head coach and general manager, Connell Smith.
Thank you for that. Mayor Grevian, Governor McKee, and Secretary of Commerce Tanner, thank you all for coming out. All our amazing supporters. I don't know where you guys are. You're back there somewhere, but thank you for sticking with us and providing us the inspiration that we need at times, and hopefully we provide you with a team. I've never promised wins. I promise you a tie right now for sure. But thank you. I've always promised a team that will be committed and will represent you and have the same principles and values as this state and community has. And that's hardworking. They never give up. They always fight to the end. And we always just say to them, we never run out of, we just run out of time. We just run out of minutes. So hopefully we provide you with that experience. We look forward to coming here, and look, this place is going to be the crown jewel of the league, right? And if you've watched, no disrespect to any other teams, but if you watched last week, we played in the baseball stadium with like grass that's been laid down. Like, this is going to be an incredible experience for everyone. We're building, and look, we obviously want more wins, but we're providing players for the community that we hope that are good people, and thank you guys for coming. Obviously it was an off day for them, so we don't have a game this weekend. So we gave them 3 days off to just have a little reset, and I promise you they're working their butts off. They're good dudes, they're good people, and that's what I'm most proud of, that we've built a good team of good people that represent this community in the right way. So I'm really happy and proud to have all these guys here. This stadium, to me, will make us and take us to be one of the elite clubs and teams in our league, and hopefully a place that opponents hate to come. It's going to be windy, it's going to be breezy, it's going to be cold. We're going to be prepared for it. They're not. So we're really going to be looking to provide an experience that the opponents do not enjoy. And lastly, Peter, you're probably going to kill me for this, but it's okay. It's been a lot of doubters for this project. I won't mention names. It's been somebody that stopped me in public at the airport, like, hey, coach, you know that stadium's not going to get built, right? I'm like, pretty sure I was there 2 weeks ago. So this is a really important moment and obviously really exciting. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Coach. We have a hard hat, Tom, and I think we're all ready to run through a wall for you. To close out our speaking program this morning, please join me in welcoming Rhode Island FC President David Peart.
Good morning. Governor McKee, Mayor Grebian, Secretary Tanner, Rhode Island FC partners, and supporters. Welcome. Take just 1 minute. Like me, if you listen close enough, you can almost hear the cheers and chants of RIFC in this building. I get chills just standing here. I get chills just standing here. I'm the rookie of the bunch. This is day 5 for me. And to be able to walk into this building, I hope you feel the same way I do about what's about to happen here. On behalf of the staff, it's an honor to celebrate this milestone. This is a really big deal, raising the last piece of steel signed by everyone here to commemorate this day. Today marks a historic moment for Pawtucket and Rhode Island as we strive to make our team a source of pride for the entire state. I'm incredibly impressed with how quickly Rhode Island has embraced the new team. The stadium will help continue that while we create lasting memories for friends, families, and fans at every one of our games. It's clear that Rhode Islanders are not only proud of their soccer team, but also the unique community and local businesses that are here in the Ocean State and a part of Pawtucket. I'm excited to see our stadium showcase not only wicked good soccer, but also the best of what Ocean State has to offer. As an organization, our goal is to be champions in the community with our partners, our fans and supporters, and that's our commitment to you. The stadium at Tidewater Landing will be a place to do that and to benefit Pawtucket and Rhode Island in many years to come. Before I close, I just want to say thank you to the workers who are building this building. We appreciate all your hard work, the meaningful contributions that you are making related to this stadium, and we're looking forward to having this building turned over to us so that we can fill it with fans and supporters and excitement for every one of the Rhode Island FC games in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, David, and thank you to all of our incredible speakers for joining us today, but also for making this milestone possible. Some housekeeping before we wrap up. Upon the conclusion of the event, please remember to return your hard hats and vests before leaving. Now let's raise the steel. If everyone can please rise and make your way outside of the tent to the viewing area as we welcome Mayor Grebian and Governor McKee to sign the steel before we raise it. Thank you.